Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and we're going to be recapping today's NBA games as there were 5 games today. Had some good close games, had some good performances. It was just not a lot of basketball today, but with the limited basketball we had, there was some good basketball on, some 3 really decent performances by 3 really good players in the NBA today. And we start with a really high-scoring game, a really good game between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers. What a performance by the Bucks tonight. 85 points scored in the first half of the Milwaukee Bucks. I could be wrong on this, but I think that's the most first half points scored since 2017 and 2018 season, when my favorite team, the Houston Rockets, scored 90 points in the first half against the Phoenix Suns in a game, which that was in the 17-18 season. I remember that game. That was I couldn't believe it when we scored. We scored 90 points in that first half against the Phoenix Suns a couple years ago. I think this was the most points scored in the first half since then. So 85 points scored. And usually when you have a huge quarter like that, I mean, they're up pretty big. I mean, they're up 85 to 56 going into halftime. Things kind of slow down, but not by much, not as usually as it does, because they finished with 141. They have 29 in the third quarter with a really good Pacers third quarter, scoring 43 points and outscoring the Bucks by 14. The Milwaukee Bucks scored 27 in that quarter as well. So great performance by the Bucks. When a team scores over 80 in the first half, which is rarely happens in the first half. When a team scores over 80 in a first half, you usually don't see them score more than 50 or even more than 55 in this case in the second half. I would say the only reason they did was because of the Pacers' attempt of a comeback, which they did pretty close. I think they brought it a little bit under, down single digits. But in this case, the Bucks were too strong for them. Bucks won 141 to 131. What a performance by Giannis Antetokounmpo. One of those performances I was talking about. 41 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists for Giannis tonight. Their next good scored for them tonight was Chris Middleton, who's still off the bench with 17. The Pacers, they're starting to look like the team that we thought they were going to be going into the season. We saw a team look really good going into the season, and I'm not going to say they're a bad team because they've been without Tyrese Halliburton, but they're showing that they are a horrible team without Tyrese Halliburton. They've in their last 10 games they are 1-9. So since Tyrese Halliburton has missed some time, they desperately need him back. I mean, they're not in threat of missing the play-in. I mean, they're still the 9th seed, so they still make the play-in. But as of right now, if the Pacers keep this up, I don't think they would be out of the play-in position. But if they keep this up, they could be. I doubt it, just with how bad of a basketball Chicago and Toronto has been playing. But if Toronto and Chicago wins a couple games, Pacers could be out of this play-in position, but we'll see. We'll see. So good win for the Milwaukee Bucks. Close, good game, or not really a close game. This was actually a game that Minnesota actually took care of pretty easily. Minnesota gets revenge on the team that beat them in the first round last season, 111 to 100. Grizzlies lose. Great win for the Timberwolves tonight. 2 good performances for them. 25 for Ant Edwards and 23 for Kyle Anderson, and 8 and 7 for Russell as well. For the Grizzlies, in a loss, John Morant does have a triple-double, 27, 10, and 11. And then Dylan Brooks had 17. Jaren Jackson also had 14 as well. Getting to a really big win. I wouldn't say this was an upset because the Cavs are without Donovan Mitchell. Not saying the Cavs aren't a good team without Donovan Mitchell, but I think that the Cavs, compared to the Thunder, when you take out Donovan Mitchell from the Cavs, I think the Cavs are a tiny bit better than the Thunder. But with the way Shea plays, they couldn't compete tonight. Now the Cavs were very close in this game, but a really good fourth quarter by the Thunder is what took this game away from the Cavs. 35 points by Shea and getting outscored by 12 in the fourth quarter, having a struggling fourth quarter, getting outscored 34 to 22 is why they lost this game 100 to 112. Shea had 35. Their next leading scorer was Jalen Williams with 17. And then for the Cleveland Cavaliers, without Donovan Mitchell, like I said, Garland had 31 and 13, and Evan Mobley had 23 and 11. That's also on a back-to-back for the Cavs. Played down here in Houston, where I am right now, of course, last night, and had a pretty big win. And probably they beat us out, and they blew us out, so they probably had some chances to rest their players. So they probably were on. They had to go from Houston to Oklahoma is not that far of a trip, though. But back-to-back is a back-to-back. All right, Heat Magic. Heat get another good win and to get closer to that potential 5 seed. Right now, the Heat are the 6 seed, but with the Cavs loss, and with the Cavs loss and the Heat win today, they are only a game and a half back from the 5 seed, which honestly, I don't even know if I'm the Heat, if I would want to be there. If I'm the Heat, I'd rather be the 6 seed than the 5 seed, because right now, never mind. Never mind. Regret saying that, because actually I think the Heat would have a better chance against the Nets than the Bucks, in my opinion. Or a week ago or two, if you would have asked me if the Heat have a better chance against the Bucks or the Nets in the first round, I would probably tell you they'd lose in both, but they'd have a better chance of beating the Bucks. But now that Giannis is playing way better basketball and they're starting to get healthy, I think they'd have a better chance to beat the Nets. But good win for the Heat against the Magic tonight, 110-105. Jimmy Butler was their leading scorer with 29. Bam had 26 and 7. If the Magic, their leading scorer, well, they didn't really have a leading scorer in this one. They had 3 players with 19 points. 19 for the following 3 of Franz Wagner, Paulo Banchero, and Cole Anthony. Then we had ourselves a really good game down at Golden State between the Raptors and the Warriors, 2020 NBA Final, or 2019 NBA Finals rematch. Warriors get the win, 129-117. Great first half by the Toronto Raptors. Played great basketball against the Warriors. Even played good basketball through 3. But the Warriors, they shot well in the fourth quarter, played good basketball, outscored the Raptors 31-23 in the fourth quarter, and ultimately ended up beating them 129-117. Curry was that third player I was talking about. I said 3 great performances. You got Shea and you got Giannis. Here's the third one, Stephen Curry with 35 points, 7 rebounds, and 11 assists tonight, and 2 steals. Great performance by Curry. Klay Thompson also had 29 for them. He was very clutch with his shots tonight. Also had 8 rebounds as well. Kuminga had 15. DiVincenzo was big with shots as well, 12 and 11. 11 assists for him. Warriors had a total of 40 assists tonight as a team. That is a season high for them. Great night passing-wise for the Warriors. And then for the Raptors played a good basketball game tonight. Great scores from them all around the board. 5 players over double digits. And the leading scorer is Van Vliet with 28, 4, and 10. Then Scotty Barnes with 24. Siakam with 21, and both 17 for Gary Trent Jr. and Precious Achiuwa. Achiuwa also had 11 rebounds as well. So good performances for the Raptors as a team. And yeah, I mean, that's really it. Today we had some fun basketball, some decent close games. And yeah, some good performances between Giannis, Curry, and Shea. And I think tomorrow is going to be a really fun day of basketball. There's a lot of games tomorrow. There's like a triple header on ABC. I don't know the exact triple header on ABC, but there is a triple header on ABC. And yeah, so decent slate of games today, but the real decent game should be tomorrow. I do know one of the games in the triple header. I know one of them. I know 2 out of the 3. I don't know I know the last one is the Celtics and the Lakers, which is going to be a fun game to watch. And then I know that one of them, I don't know if it's the first or second, is the Knicks and the Nets. And I think that might be the first, but I don't know the second. I feel like it might be Philly, but I have no idea. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out.